Howard, what's your question or comment?
I'm 66 years old. I don't dream. I never have.
Yes.
My mother and I grew up. I was an only child. I miss her a lot. I wish you would contact me, but I don't dream.
Okay, you had people say that before
all
that they
the
don't
time.
dream. Yeah.
I've had people from all over the world say that. Even princes have said that to me. And the truth of it is, we all dream. You must dream. And you don't remember your dreams. And there's a reason that you don't remember your dreams. And the short version, not getting boring or scientific, is that we produce hormones that put us in a semi-coma, and when we fall asleep, and when we're about to come out of our sleep, we get less of that hormone, less of those hormones, and ultimately we're awake. But we must dream, otherwise you would die. You have to dream.
Yeah.
And when you're in REM, which is 4 times at least a night, you are really dreaming. And the body is also healing. And that's because you're putting down your adrenaline, noradrenaline, because that's also in the process of kind of paralyzing you in this coma, so you don't sleepwalk and act out your dreams,
Right.
which would be very dangerous. But if you're kept from dreaming and kept awake, then you're delusional, and then you're walking around like a sleepwalker, acting out your dreams because you're not in bed sleeping.
He's just saying he just, so
You
you're
do.
saying he just
There's
doesn't
no
remember.
question. Somebody once told me that was a prince, and I said, you do dream, and we were all on a particular juncture together, and from the whole week we were on this particular trip, he came to me with a new dream every night.
Every night after you go, oh, there's a dream interpreter here. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kay, good morning, Kay.
Good morning.
And what is your dream?
Well, my husband passed away 16 years ago,
I'm sorry.
and I dream all the time that he has a mistress, and I don't know why, but I wake up angry.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that means that I'm mad because he did leave me, he died. And I don't know if it means anything or not. But
It means a lot, and it's a great dream. First of all, it's wonderful about that mistress. And before I want to.
There are not very many cases where you'd say that. Yeah.
And I want to get back to that, but before I go there, I want to say to you that, when someone that we love dies, of course we have a multitude of feelings while we're grieving. And one of the most powerful feelings we feel, besides loss and emptiness and fear and sadness, is anger. And the reason is we feel abandoned. Why did you leave me? Why did you go? Even though it wasn't their fault, they were sick, or in an accident, or however they died. So we feel really abandoned by them, and that abandonment makes us feel angry. And as time goes on and we are still holding these feelings, the abandonment gets strong, those feelings get stronger rather than lightening up. Now I would ask you, what do you have in common with that mistress? So when you see a mistress in your dream, which is of course you're every character in your dream, what would you say that you had in common with that mistress? What would you say?
I don't know if I've ever said anything in my dream or not, but I certainly want her not to be in my dream.
Well, the key to your dream are always those people in your dream. So you have to think of what you have in common with them. But I will tell you something important about them. Your husband and a mistress are together. And what do we call that? You could call that sex, but you could call that integration. So this dream is trying to help you integrate, especially since there's a male and a female. So you're looking at the anima, female, and animus of you. And because you've been grieving and you've been hung up in this feeling of abandonment and anger, you haven't yet integrated those two, the split within yourself, the what we call the split of opposites. So now you're trying to come, your psyche is trying to bring you back together. It's a wonderful and positive dream.
Yeah, yeah.
A healing dream, really.
Yeah. Kay, does that make sense to you at all?
Well, you said it's supposed to be bringing us back together now. How
Meaning
does that,
meaning you back together. Not you and him, but yourself, your feelings. You know, if I'm upset with someone, part of me is split off, and we call this shadow material, and I will disown that part because I don't want to deal with it. I'm angry, I'm defended against it. But when I soften and do inner work, I can bring that part back to myself that I'm disowning, and own the fact that I feel angry, own the fact that I feel hurt, own what my part in that is. And now when I can integrate that split, which has positive and negative constructs, so male and female, when I integrate that, I'm now complete. Resolution. I'm whole. I can operate from a stronger place, and my grief then takes a different texture.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
It's a very positive dream. It's on the way.
You're working through something.
On the way to healing.
Yeah. Thank you very much. What were you gonna say?
I also fly in my dreams.
Well, that's a very classic dream as well. Flying is two things. First of all, we feel under a lot of pressure and we're trying to escape. But once we get up there, we have an aerial view. So we know we're under pressure, but it gives us a look, an aerial look at really what's bothering us. And again, that helps us get back. You know, this looks like an accident that you called in, but you could say that your psyche is ready to hear this information, which just made this synchronicity happen.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh.
You're
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm glad you were back on today. I missed you last week.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart.